about that touchdown pass to Banks that was right in front of your sideline. There was a lot of action on that play, as you might recall.
Well, that's the one where he threw it in the back right corner of the end zone. Yeah, I'm going to have to give credit to Josh on that one because that wasn't exactly designed, but that was a scramble drill. Receivers adjusted their routes, if it's the one I'm thinking of down there in the back corner. There was actually a receiver in front of him. I think that most of the defense was, distracted by, and he was able to make a really terrific throw. And that's sometimes you just have a good player who makes a really good play, and I think that's pretty cool. We'll take it. So I thought that by and large passing game wasn't an issue for us tonight. We did some nice things. We can get better. The protection standpoint had me a little concerned if we're going to play and do really good things. And we'd like to get better in the red zone, running the football, continue to do that.
Ron, did Banks' lack of size make you hesitate at all in recruiting him, and talk about what he's done to overcome that?
We sent several coaches out to take a look at him, and they all said the same thing. I know when you see him, you're going to think he's small, and he is, but he's really fast, or he's got major production. He really elevates to get the ball. He's a good player. He's a good kid, and he works hard. He's fast. The way the game is being played right now, I don't know how much that really factors in. Some of the better teams have players like him that just you can't really put your finger on what it is about him. And we think he's that kind of kid, and hopefully we can do our part to put him in a position to make those kind of plays. But he had an awful lot of production last year against good competition, and we're hopeful that he can do that for us here.
Was Dion limited by that injury tonight? Is that kind of why he was only on there?
We decided at game time that we would play him. We decided that he was the best person to catch the punts and make a good attempt to return them. I think we could have got a little more out of that area. Maybe I was being a little bit cautious, but the results were okay. And the good part is that we have the kind of depth, I think, at receiver where we can do that. So he wouldn't have been his first choice, but he's a team player. He understands, and he's really happy for those other guys. And I thought by and large he did a good job.
Well, defensively, you used a lot of guys early. Were you pleased with the play of the defense, even though you were subbing a lot?
We were subbing a tremendous amount, because one of the things I was concerned about was that if this got into one of those deals where they spread you out and they keep throwing it to 87 in so many different places now, he lined up in every single receiving spot tonight. So he was an outside receiver, he was an inside receiver, he was in 3-by-1, he was the single receiver by himself. They do a great job of moving him around, and I was concerned coming into the game that we would end up chasing him all over the field, and that we might have the chance to be worn down if we weren't careful. And it didn't turn out that way, because we did sub, and the players were able to keep a high standard out there. So, but that was the game plan coming in, and we gave up a couple things from a schematic standpoint or technique standpoint. We gave up some runs that we didn't want to and that we didn't have to, and that gives us something to go back and say, hey, we can improve on. But I thought by and large the kids that played in the game understood what to do. They attempted to do it the very best they could, and we got something to build on there.